I unlocked the Nebula Camo in just over 3 days of in-game playtime, and there's been a major change since I unlocked the camo within the past few days, which turned the Nebula Camo from a 2-week grind to something that can be done in a single weekend. The directed mode is symbolically the same as toast. Who cooked bread and decided to cook it again? Unreal. What an absolute genius. Before we take a deeper dive into unlocking the Nebula Camo, which can be done in a single game, which is crazy to say, let's see what you unlock in the first place. So when you complete all the weapon challenges for a single gun and complete the respective challenges, you can unlock the first gold camo. Once gold has been unlocked on a complete weapon category like the submachine guns, you'll have a challenge to unlock the opal camo. Once opal's been unlocked for 33 weapons, you can do the afterlife challenges. And once afterlife is done on another 33 weapons, you get Nebula and you can unlock the Nebula challenge per weapon. You'll also earn respective calling cards for those camos along the way, but if you complete the Nebula camo and unlock it on 33 weapons, you'll unlock the mastery calling card, which is Dark Journey. What was extremely unfortunate for me is I did the entire Nebula camo grind before directed mode was released during season 1. So I unlocked it the most difficult way possible, which you can technically still do now, but there's no reason not to play the directed mode. What makes it so special is there's round caps, so you can continue the same rounds over and over again, and you just keep repeating the process until you unlock your camos. So for the military challenges where you need to get headshots or kills, headshots are going to be hard with the LR762 and the GS45, since when you pack-a-punch them, they become explosive. But what you can do is you can sit on the low rounds of a directed mode and keep repeating the same rounds over and over again, where the sniper is going to be a one-shot headshot at all times, and the pistol's going to do a lot more damage than on the higher rounds when it's not pack-a-punched. So you can just continue repeating the rounds over and over again, and you only have to kill zombies. There's nothing special you have to do. It's just extremely simple, and you rinse and repeat the process until you have your headshots done. Or in the case of the baseball bat, you just keep getting kills over and over again because that's another weapon that a lot of people are going to struggle with since it's not the strongest. And you can eventually get to the point where you can upgrade your weapons and still have a round cap. The highest round you can even get to in the mode is 15. So if you have a max pack-a-punched weapon with a max Aether Tool upgrade, you're going to be one-shotting a lot of enemies, even with things like assault rifles, as long as they're headshots, which means camo challenges across the board are going to be extremely easy. And for the special challenges, most of them have to deal with upgrading, whether that's pack-a-punch, an ammo type, or an Aether Tool. You're going to get lots of salvage and points on these repeating rounds. And if you're always running a suppressor, killing zombies is going to give you more salvage, so you can upgrade even earlier than normal. And that's not just exclusive to the director mode. That's any zombies game mode. Just run a suppressor. There's also going to be barrels where you can increase your headshot damage, and that's on the majority of weapons, so getting headshots with some weaker weapons becomes even easier, which now isn't an issue at all because you're on low rounds, which have health caps and round caps, where you're not going to progress into future rounds unless you're opening doors or completing Easter egg steps. And even then, remember, as the round cap increases, once you hit round 15, that's the highest health all your enemies are going to have. So whatever weapons you have at that time, if you notice they're killing extremely fast, that's exactly going to be that weapon's performance until you complete all the camo challenges, which you can do in a single match. So once you've completed your 2,000 headshots or kills if you're using the melees and launchers, and you've completed your special challenges, now you're on the mastery challenges, which for gold, you have to get 10 kills rapidly. This is extremely easy, especially when you have max upgraded guns. If you're killing hordes of zombies extremely fast, this camo challenge is going to be completed in just a few rounds. But here's where the camo challenges get a little bit more difficult, and here's where directed mode helps out the most. For opal, on every weapon, you'll have to kill 30 special zombies. Now, the only special zombie type in the game right now, as of Season 1 in Black Ops 6, is a mangler. So you have to kill 30 manglers with every weapon in the game. That's quite a lot. However, there's always some sort of asterisk when it comes to the challenges. In the directed mode, yes, manglers are going to spawn, but because you're capped at round 15, you're only going to get 1 or 2 manglers every round. Now, the rounds don't take a long time, so you will complete this eventually, but you're going to have to repeat round 15 up to 30 times to potentially complete this challenge. When you have more players in your game, more zombies are going to spawn, and that also means more special and elite zombies will spawn as well, and that goes for the directed and any standard game mode. There is a downside. You have other players getting kills as well, so if the other players in your game, whether you're playing with friends or you're just squad filling, if they kill manglers, you're not getting that camo progression, so it's best to play solo unless you're extremely coordinated. If you and a friend both need separate camo challenges, if they need headshots and you need special zombies, you can let them take most of the zombie kills getting their headshots, and when manglers spawn in, they just let you kill them so you can both complete your camo challenges at the same time. Now, most people that are going to do this grind are going to do it solo, and there's a good reason for that. You get all the camo progression and you don't have to share a single thing. Pretty selfish, but it's really efficient. Wrapping up the special zombie kills, yes, you can do it in directed mode, but this is the one camo challenge that I would recommend you don't stay in the directed mode. You play normal on either Liberty Falls or Terminus, because after round 25, you'll notice even if you're solo, you're going to get 4 to 5 manglers every single round, so you can just speed through this camo challenge. The only downside is you have to play the game long enough to get to round 25. Once you get to the afterlife challenges, on every weapon, whether that's a gun, melee, or launcher, you'll need to get 20 kills without taking damage. And that literally means taking damage from anything. A zombie, a parasite, a mangler cannon, or even a car exploding beside you. Now, directed mode makes this look easy. On those low rounds for the baseball bat, or even the knife, when the zombies are walking extremely slow and your melees are 1 to 2 shot kills, you can just run around and kill zombies until the camo challenge is complete. Last year in Modern Warfare Zombies, you had to get hit to reset the camo challenge every time, but if you're getting 20 kills without getting damaged at all, and you're getting multiples of 20, so 40, 60, whatever, so on, your camo progression is going to stack, so you can sit there on the directed mode, get all 200 kills without taking damage once, boom, camo unlocked. And the last camo challenge that every gun needs to do once again is kill elite zombies. Now, the elite zombies that spawn in naturally are the Abomination and the Amalgams. In future DLC maps, we'll probably see some more elite and special zombies being added to the game. However, here we go again. In the directed mode, if you're on Liberty Falls and you do the Easter egg, every time you get to the LDR step, once you've crafted it and you place it down at any of the portals, you defend it for the 60 seconds and don't let the portal get destroyed, you'll spawn a high value target, either a mangler or the Abomination. And we already know Abominations are elite zombies, but because these are high value targets, the manglers that spawn also count towards elite zombies. Once you spawn these elite zombies by completing the whole defend step, you'll be able to kill them for camo progression, even though the Easter egg step is to extract their soul and not kill them yourself, but kill them with a trap. If you sit where you spawn them in and keep spawning them in every time there's a round change, your elite kills are going to be a piece of cake. And because you're on directed mode, and I'm trying to drill this into your heads so you never forget this, you'll be 45 years old with your newborn child and you'll still think, damn, Technically Wild always reminded me that the directed mode never went past round 15, making everything easy to kill as long as you continued to upgrade your weapons. And that makes all the camo challenges across the game extremely easy. Maybe not the special zombie kills because you have to pick your poison. Do you want to have to progress through a bunch of rounds in the directed mode just to spawn one mangler around? Or do you do the exact same thing in standard where you have to progress through a bunch of rounds so you get to the point where it seems like you're only fighting manglers and Call of Duty Zombies has evolved into Call of Duty Manglers? As of right now, there's also 2 maps in the game. We have Terminus and Liberty Falls. So if you have the question brewing in the back of your mind, which map should I play on to get the camo challenges done as fast as possible, even in directed mode, if you're not playing on Liberty Falls, you're making a mistake. Liberty Falls is a smaller map, but it's also easier to set up and easier to fly through rounds and get camo challenges done. It's overall the more efficient option. And you're able to infinitely spawn elite zombies, whereas on Terminus, you only get amalgams that spawn every few rounds. Liberty Falls also has vermin rounds, so in your special camo challenges, if you need to kill 30 vermin, you just wait for the spider rounds and each kill counts towards your camo challenges, and vermin spawn throughout every round as well. Now there's only one single camo challenge that Terminus is the best map to do this on, and that's parasite kills. Parasites are the bugs that fly around. They have their own dedicated round. They also spawn in on regular rounds. You are only able to complete that camo challenge on Terminus until future DLC maps are added to the game if they have some sort of parasite that are also on those maps. If not, you can only do it on Terminus. As a few final notes here, things that you should keep in mind. Directed mode. Easiest way to get camo challenges done. You can technically get the entire Nebula grind completed and unlocked in a single game. Also, as an extra note, if you have recently prestiged or you're a low level in the game and you're trying to level up to unlock weapons to spawn in with them and get their camo challenges done, you are able to buy weapons off of walls. And even if you don't have that weapon unlocked via your level yet, you're still able to make camo progression for that said weapon. And the same also goes for any weapon from the mystery box. I don't know if the bug's ever going to get fixed, but the HE1 launcher is the only weapon that you can't pull from the mystery box for whatever reason. So that's the only weapon that you'll ever have to actually spawn in with to get the camo challenge done. But it's unlocked at level 19, so it's not a huge issue. Something that's also completely optional and isn't necessary for the camo grind at all, and that's augments. Augments are ability upgrades that you can equip to your perks, your ammo mods, and your specialist abilities. Some of these perks will allow you to get kills even faster to fly through some of your camo challenges, like Deadshot that has an upgrade ability to deal even more damage when shooting at enemies' heads. Before the directed mode was introduced, augments were extremely important because if you were on round 30, when your weapon started to become a little bit weaker, some of these augments would allow you to keep killing for a few more rounds without an issue at all. But now that we have the directed mode, you really don't need augments or perks in-game to begin with, unless you're doing something with an explosive weapon, then you should be using PhD Flopper. Overall, the Nebula Camo is now the easiest mastery grind to complete in the game. Before directed mode, it took longer than Dark Matter and was more tedious, but now it's almost a camo challenge that anyone can complete, regardless of their skill level in the game. You're also not dealing with matchmaking systems like you see in multiplayer, so it's a lot more casual as well. Throughout the entire grind, I was watching YouTube, Netflix, listening to podcasts, and just relaxing. Sometimes I was even studying, which probably explains why I almost failed the calc exam, but on the rewrite, I got 100%. I'm an absolute academic weapon. That being said, best of luck on the Nebula Camo grind. The complete guide will be going up on my channel soon. It covers every camo challenge in-game in depth, what you should be doing to maximize your efficiency with your camo grind, and unlock that Nebula Camo as fast as possible. It goes way more in-depth than I did today. That should be uploaded within the next few days here. Use code WILD on G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, Control Freak. It helps support the channel. Discord link also in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one.